Welcome to all of our 11th student. Today we are going to discuss about displacement, velocity and acceleration in our simple harmonic motion. This topic is in our oscillation lesson, in 10th lesson. At the time of particle making a simple harmonic motion, how we can define the displacement, velocity and acceleration, as well as its equations also. We are going to see displacement equation, velocity equation and acceleration equation with that graphical representation. So for that we are going to take one of the simple harmonic motion. If particle moves in a circular path with a constant angular velocity, then that particle makes a simple harmonic motion. So for that we will define definition for that displacement. In our mechanics also we have a definition of the displacement, that is shortest distance between initial and final position in our mechanics. Now in our oscillation, vibrating particles displacement we are going to discuss. Vibrating particles displacement we are going to discuss. So here what we are saying for the displacement means, at the time of particle vibrating, certain distance traveled in a particular time, that can be say in a definition as distance traveled by the vibrating particle at any instant from the mean position. So mean position is taken as a reference position. That's why we are saying the definition of the displacement is nothing but distance traveled by the vibrating particle at any instant from its mean position. That is known as displacement definition in our simple harmonic motion. We are going to write the distance traveled. Distance traveled by the vibrating particle at any instant of time. That instant of time may be represented as small t from the mean position. Is called displacement. What is the definition of displacement of the vibrating particle in a simple harmonic motion? Means distance traveled by the vibrating particle at any instant of time from the mean position is called as a displacement. For finding the displacement in our simple harmonic motion, we are going to take one of that particle which is moves in a circular path, as well as it is moves in a uniform circular motion. So for that we are going to taken a diagram. So we consider circular path. Consider a circular path. We are going to divide this circle as a 4 equal parts. That is, vertical diameter is a horizontal diameter. In this circular path, the particle going to travel in its perimeter. Let me consider this point is a initial position. The time of travel may be taken as a 0. So after that t time, the particle is moved from this position to some other position. That is named as a P. Then that particle gets a angular displacement. That angular displacement can be taken is a theta. Then from that origin to that point P, that is taken as a radius. The circular path radius, now I am going to represent as here capital A and origin taken as a O. If the particle reaches at that point P in a t time, along the vertical diameter, it gets a certain displacement. That displacement we are going to see. So for that, we are drawing a extended line to the vertical diameter to finding the displacement of that particle. Where it touches the vertical diameter, at that point we are going to represent as n. Actually, along the vertical diameter gets displacement value is On. And we know this OP is a radius of the circular path. And if it is a theta, this also we consider theta according to our mathematical principle. So now we are going to find this value, that is the displacement of the vibrating particle. Displacement of the vibrating particle. So we are going to represent On equal to Y. And we know that OP equal to A, that is nothing but radius of that circular path. Radius of that circular path. At that position, if the particle reaches, it has a certain displacement, we consider that is a Y. But time to time, this value is changes. That is sinusoidally changes. So that's why we are going to take the triangle, right angle triangle, that is ONP. In that right angle triangle, we know that theta. The theta's opposite side is act as a displacement of our vibrating particle. That we want to calculate, and we know that hypotenuse side, that is a radius. So for finding that y value, we are going to take an sin theta in our triangle. Sin theta is equal to opposite side by hypotenuse. So opposite side is which one means ON. Hypotenuse side is OP. We have the value for that ON and OP. That ON value is our displacement of our particle. OP is nothing but radius. So from this, y is equal to A sin theta. Theta is nothing but angular displacement of that particle in our circular path. So this can be rearranged as angular velocity and time. We know that omega is equal to theta by t. Angular velocity is equal to angular displacement divided by time. So if you rearrange that, theta is equal to omega into t. So y is equal to a sin omega t. This is the equation for the displacement of the vibrating particle at any instant. If you want to substitute that angle means this equation we are going to tackle. At any instant of time, we want to find that displacement of the particle. There we are going to tackle y is equal to a sin omega t. Another thing, this time is varying from 0 to capital T. What is capital T means? Time taken to complete one revolution of the particle in our circular path. Time taken to complete one revolution of that circular path. Anyhow, if that theta at initial we consider that is theta is 0 degree as well as the time of travel also 0. So either theta or t we are going to substitute. For that t, if you want to substitute at that initial portion means at initially t is equal to 0. If t is 0, sin omega t equal to 0. If time sin omega t is equal to 0, then we have that y value is equal to 0. That initially t is equal to 0, that is 0 second, then sin omega t value is 0, displacement of the vibrating particle also 0. Then we are going to take some other cases. If t is equal to capital T by 4, what is capital T? Time taken to complete one revolution. In that 1/4 time. If this time is going to substitute in our displacement equation, y is equal to a sin omega, instead of small t, we are going to substitute capital T by 4. Another thing, we can write that omega in terms of time period. So for that, y is equal to a sin omega can be taken as 2 pi by t. Omega can be taken as, we know the relation of linear frequency to the angular frequency, as well as we know the relation of frequency to the time period. Angular frequency equal to 2 pi into linear frequency, then linear frequency equal to reciprocal of the time period. Linear frequency is equal to nothing but reciprocal of that time period. From this relation, we are going to substitute omega value can be taken as 2 pi by capital T into t by 4. If you simplify, y is equal to a sin, what value we can get? Pi by 2 sin 90. Sin 90 is equal to 1. This is the maximum value of that sin value. If it is equal to 1, y is equal to a. Y is equal to a. At this angle, theta is equal to 90 or time t is equal to capital T by 4. Our displacement of the vibrating particle is a maximum displacement which is equal to the radius of the circular path, which is equal to radius of the circular path. And we can say for any vibrating particle, its maximum displacement is nothing but amplitude, either in simple harmonic motion or not in a simple harmonic motion. But what we are saying means, if any particle makes a vibration, its maximum vibration is called as a amplitude. Maximum displacement is called amplitude of the vibrating particle. Maximum displacement is called as a amplitude of that vibrating particle. Now we are going to see simple harmonic motion with other type of non-simple harmonic motion. In a simple harmonic motion, always amplitude remains constant. But in non-simple harmonic motion, the maximum displacement may be changes. Maximum displacement may be changes. But in our simple harmonic motion, maximum displacement is nothing but amplitude, that is remains constant. Anyhow, if a particle exhibits a simple harmonic motion, there we are going to tackle the particle moves in a uniform circular motion. If it makes a uniform circular motion, angular velocity remains constant. Omega remains constant. Where means in a uniform circular motion. Anyhow, here displacement value may be varies from 0 to maximum. If the time is varies from 0 to capital T by 4. After that also we can take on the time that the small d value is next value if you take on small d is equal to T by 2. At the time we have that phase 180 degree, that is nothing but radian, value is a pi. If you substitute that in our equation, once again the displacement value becomes a 0. And another angle 270 degree. If you substitute 270 degree, sin 270 is minus 1, negative maximum displacement it makes. So at which angle it gets a maximum positive displacement means at 90 degree. At 270 degree, negative maximum displacement is happened. Negative displacement is happened in our displacement of our vibrating particle. Another thing, if displacement varies with respect to time, there we are saying that is nothing but velocity of that particle. Velocity of that particle. So here we are going to take the circular motion. At the time of making circular motion, if the particle is at the point P, we have the displacement equation. This side, theta's adjacent side is this, but our displacement in the vertical direction is in that opposite side. That can be taken as y is equal to a sin theta. Y is equal to a sin theta of vibrating particle along that y direction, along the vertical axis. Next we are going to see that velocity of that vibrating particle. Velocity of the vibrating particle is nothing but rate of change of displacement, is called as a velocity of the vibrating particle. Next we are going to see that. Okay. Now we are going to see that general definition of velocity of the moving particles. The rate of change of displacement is called as a velocity. Rate of change of displacement is called as a velocity. So already we given that displacement equation. If that displacement changes with respect to time, that is called as a velocity. The rate of change of displacement is called velocity. With respect to time, what amount of displacement changes that may called as a velocity, as well as in general the first derivative of displacement with respect to time is called as a velocity. So for that we are going to take on v is equal to d by dt of y. V is equal to d by dt of y, and we have the y value already expressed, that y is equal to a sin omega t. A is nothing but an amplitude of that vibrating particle. In a simple harmonic motion, amplitude remains constant, and omega, angular velocity. In a uniform circular motion, angular velocity also remains constant, that also constant. Then now we are going to substitute that y expression in our velocity equation. Y is equal to, v is equal to d by dt of a sin omega t. If you differentiate it, we will get v is equal to a omega cos omega t. Because of omega remains constant, that will taken out, and we have that velocity equation v is equal to a omega cos omega t. Now I want to change the expression cos omega t as a sin omega t. Sin omega t. In our mathematics, trigonometry, we have that relation sin squared omega t plus cos squared omega t equal to 1. From this, cos omega t equal to square root of 1 minus sin squared omega t. Instead of cos omega t, we are going to substitute square root of 1 minus sin squared omega t. Now I am going to substitute that v is equal to a omega into square root of 1 minus sin squared omega t. Then for sin squared omega t, from our displacement equation, what is the displacement equation means? Y is equal to a sin omega t. There we will take on sin omega t is equal to y by a. Sin omega t is equal to y by a, as well as sin squared omega t is equal to y by a whole square. This value going to substitute in our equation. Y is equal to a omega into square root of 1 minus sin square omega t. We will get v is equal to a omega into square root of 1 minus y by a whole square. Now I am going to simplify that. V is equal to a omega into square root of a square minus y square divided by a square. If this a square is taken out, comes a, that a and our numerator a also cancelled. We will get that v is equal to omega into square root of a square minus y square. At any instant, velocity of that vibrating particle can be expressed y v is equal to omega into square root of a square minus y square. Suppose now we are going to substitute that some special cases. At initial, if y is equal to 0, what happens that value of our expression means here v is equal to, that is omega in outside, and in the square root we have a square, that's why v is equal to omega into a. This is the maximum velocity. Maximum velocity. In a simple harmonic motion, vibrating particles maximum velocity V is equal to omega into A. V is equal to omega into A. Then here we have taken the condition displacement is 0. It is in a mean position. Displacement is 0, velocity is a maximum. Suppose displacement is a maximum. Displacement is maximum. What value for that displacement maximum? Equal to amplitude. Y is equal to A. If Y is equal to A, then V is equal to omega into square root of A square minus A square. What value we get? That means that is a 0. So from that 0 velocity is 0. So from these two cases, what we are saying means, in a simple harmonic motion, if the particle is at the mean position, displacement is 0, velocity is maximum. But at that extreme position, that is a maximum displacement, at that point velocity becomes a 0. Velocity becomes 0. Another angles, that is a y value also we can substitute. So this is the enough for relating that velocity and displacement. Not only from this equation, V is equal to omega into root of A square minus Y square, we can take in both expression. Y is equal to A sin omega t. V is equal to A omega cos omega t. There you substitute angles, you will get that values of displacement and velocity. So, at mean position, displacement is 0, velocity is maximum. But at the extreme positions, velocity is 0, displacement is a maximum. Next we are going to see that acceleration. Acceleration is nothing but rate of change of velocity. The rate of change of velocity is nothing but acceleration. So that also we can say first derivative of velocity with respect to time called as a acceleration. A is equal to, that is acceleration is equal to dv by dt. We know that expression for that v is equal to a omega cos omega t, d by dt of a omega cos omega t. Now you differentiate. If cos theta is differentiate, we will get minus sin theta. So from that, A is equal to minus A omega squared sin omega t. Acceleration can be taken as minus A omega squared into sin omega t. That A and sin omega t combined to expressed as a displacement, and A is equal to minus omega squared into y. From this expression, what we can say means, if a displacement is in a positive value, acceleration is in a negative. So along the positive x direction, if our particle's vibration means the negative direction, we have the acceleration. So for A is equal to minus omega squared into y, we can rearrange it as, already we say that first derivative of velocity is nothing but acceleration. Then another expression also we can take on second derivative of displacement also acceleration. A is equal to d squared y by dt square. D squared y by dt square, that is equal to minus omega squared into y. So if you take on this, d squared y by dt squared plus omega squared into y equal to 0. This is the condition for simple harmonic motion. D squared y by dt squared plus omega square into y equal to 0 means that is the condition for simple harmonic motion. And you have for all that angular value as well as that time period, we have that value of displacement, velocity and acceleration that we will list. Now we are going to list all the values of displacement, velocity and acceleration based on time as well as the angle. We are going to list it. So for that, first we will take on that is a time. Time is going to taken in that terms of time period. But at any instant time can be taken as a t. And next one is angle. That is a theta for that displacement. We know the expression y is equal to a sin omega t. Next, velocity. And for this velocity also we have the expression y is equal to, v is equal to a omega cos omega t. That is, velocity is expressed as v is equal to a omega cos omega t. And acceleration. That expression is a is equal to minus capital A omega square sin omega t. So for this, you are going to substitute that time and corresponding angles. Now I am going to take on time is a 0. We know that angle is nothing but omega t. If t is 0, angle is 0. If that angle 0, sin 0, 0. That's why displacement also 0. Next, for angle 0, cos omega t becomes a 1. That's why velocity becomes a omega, that is a maximum. Then, if omega t is 0, once again that sin omega t is 0, so acceleration also 0. For that initial position, in these three factors, displacement and acceleration 0, velocity becomes a maximum. Next, at that positive maximum position, there the time can be taken as capital T by 4. If you substitute this T is equal to capital T by 4 in that omega t, we will get that theta value is equal to, in a radian, that is pi by 2. And for this, if sin 90 is 1, displacement is a maximum. Displacement value is a maximum, that is equal to amplitude. Now at that 90 degree, cos 90 is 0, velocity is 0. At the extreme position, that is a maximum vibrating position, velocity becomes a 0. So what happens that acceleration means, if theta is equal to 90, sin 90 becomes a 1, acceleration value is minus a omega square. Minus a omega square. Other time, what we are going to substitute means t is equal to t by 2. For that angle, theta is equal to pi, that is nothing but 180. If sin 180 is 0, that's why once again displacement is 0. But cos 180 is minus 1, that's why minus a omega, that is a negative maximum. Opposite direction, that's why negative maximum velocity. And for that, acceleration also 0. Next, we are going to substitute that time for that 3t by 4. 3t by 4. that is nothing but 270 degree. That is nothing but 270 degree. Theta is equal to 3 pi by 2. 3 pi by 2. This theta 270 is substitute in our sine, that gives a minus 1. That is a sine 270 is a minus 1. That's why displacement is a minus A. Maximum displacement, that is in a negative maximum. Then for that cos 270 is 0. For sine 270 minus 1, already we have one minus, that's why here we are getting plus A omega square. For that time period, that is time is 3t by 4, we have that displacement is a negative maximum, acceleration is a positive maximum, and velocity is 0. Another one question we are going to tackle. T is equal to capital T. Complete the one revolution time. T is equal to capital T. Theta is equal to 2 pi. If theta is equal to 2 pi, sin 2 pi value is 0. That's why displacement is 0. Cos 2 pi is nothing but 1. That's why their velocity becomes a maximum velocity A omega, as well as acceleration. What happens means, for that sine 360 degree, that is 0. That's why these are the values of displacement, velocity and acceleration. At that time is 0, t by 4, t by 2, 3, t by 4 and t. The corresponding angles and the displacement, velocity and acceleration. So, okay, for time value is 0 to capital T, we are splitted into 0, t by 4, t by 2, 3t by 4 and t. For that corresponding displacements values are, first of all, varies from 0 to positive A. Then once again becomes a 0, opposite direction, maximum displacement minus A. Then finally reaches the mean position. For that corresponding velocity as well as that acceleration we have. A y value can be taken plus or minus equal to A. Either positive maximum or negative maximum. For that corresponding acceleration, how we can take means A is equal to minus or plus A omega square. You must understood very clear. If our displacement value is plus or minus capital A, then acceleration is minus or plus. At the time of displacement is a maximum, positive maximum. Acceleration is becomes a negative maximum. At the time of displacement negative maximum, acceleration is a positive maximum. Acceleration is positive maximum. At that instant, where we have the maximum value of displacement as well as acceleration, at that position velocity is 0. Velocity is a 0. Where we have both displacement and acceleration 0, there we have velocity is a maximum. Velocity is a maximum. Maximum velocity can be expressed as V maximum equal to A omega. A maximum displacement can be taken as A. Maximum acceleration can be taken as equal to A omega square. A omega square. But if you relate that maximum of acceleration with that displacement, that are in opposite direction. That's why we have that A is equal to, that is d squared y by dt squared equal to minus omega squared y. Minus omega squared y. Then this is the condition for that simple harmonic motion. Okay. Thank you for